Hey, what's up, guys? F minus Mike here. Yeah, we're doing another all-star tower defense video. If you guys are watching though, thank you very much. And go ahead and like the video right now, comment down below. If you guys can get this video to 1,000 likes, I can make your Roblox dreams come true like how I always say. So make sure you guys like the video, comment down below. I can gift you Stardust, I can gift you gems, but you do have to like the video and it does need to reach 1,000 likes. So if you do like the video, thank you guys very, very much. But basically for this one, I kind of wanted to break down and check out exactly what was meta for All-Star Tower Defense. Specifically, I wanted to see what you could possibly use, defeat some of the raid modes, defeat story mode on solo. So if you guys don't know, I am a returning player, I guess, to All-Star Tower Defense. Still haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna fully return. But for right now, we're just checking things out. I've been playing I guess 20, 30 infinite mode games. I have a bunch of EXP 6 stars now. I actually beat the newest raid mode. We have Navy X Flame here. It's not Navy X Flame, it's Muchiro from Demon Slayer, I think. We do have the newest raid units. You already know F- is, he's kind of popping off. And the way I used to beat the newest, I guess, Shadow Raid mode, I used Sukuna. Because apparently, Sukuna is one of the best story mode units in the game. But is he actually the best story mode unit? And that's what I wanted to try to figure out for the video. What's gonna be the best story mode meta? Maybe we can put it to the test. Because if you're like myself, once again, I am a returning player. But what if you're a brand new player? What if you can't get the best story mode meta unit in the game? If you don't know who the best unit is, it is Cooler 7-star, apparently. I saw it on Blamspot's stream, you guys saw it on Blamspot's stream. They absolutely demolished the new raid mode. And if you guys can beat the raid mode on whether or not you're doing 8 players or maybe you're trying to defeat raid mode somewhere over here in World 1, solo, you're gonna want to take Cooler 7-star. But if you're a new player, you're returning, you don't have Cooler 7-star, what do you do? And that's the whole point of the video. I wanted to try to break it down. How do we defeat, let's just say, Raid 2 Extreme? How do you defeat Raid 1 Extreme? What units do you have to take? Oh, F-, that's easy. But is it really easy though? Because F- tried to do Raid 2 Extreme. He tried to bring some of his old meta units here, and it didn't really exactly work out that well. Now, you don't probably have to skip the waves, but if you're like F-, we like going fast, we like going hard. If you want to try to auto-skip everything, Raid 1, 2, 3, maybe you're in World 2, you want to try to solo some of the raids if possible, maybe Boss Rush, don't know if it is. Who do you take if you don't have Cooler 7-star? And then once again, some people will probably say, well, you gotta take Sukuna F-, the cursed one over here. Cursed one is great, guys. It is actually a great unit. The problem with the cursed one, or I guess the strongest curse, is that his poison effect does not stack. So let's just say you're in story mode, right? And you guys are doing your thing. Well, what if another player brings Sukuna over here? What if you place more than one Sukuna, right? And there's only one pathway for the enemies to come out of. Well, then his effectiveness is reduced. So he's no longer the best story mode unit in the game if you don't have Cooler 7-star. And that was the thing about it. Is this guy really that good? He actually is pretty good, but is he that good? I don't really think so. Now, once again, what do I know? F- is not really a leaderboard player, and I'm just returning to the game. But based on everything that I read last night in the wiki page, and I can go ahead and pull it up for you guys right now. I went ahead and I took a look at everything story mode meta, because this is probably the most important thing in All-Star Tower Defense. Because if you want to defeat story mode, you want to progress in the game, you want to get some of the new orbs, you want to get the new units. What if you want to participate and play with everybody else, but they say you're trash, you're not that good? You need some story mode meta units, which is also good for raid mode. So if you scroll down here, it says we got Metal Frieza, we got Uryu, we got Soundo Sonic. Soundo Sonic is red as well, but he has a bleed effect. So all of this right here, this damage, it takes into account the bleed effect. So if another player brings this, you can't stack the bleed effect, it's not that good anymore. Uryu is great, but Uryu doesn't have any kind of status effect, and on top of that, he is a little bit more pricey at 14,000. He's only doing about 35,000 damage. So is Uryu really that good? Maybe back in the day he was, but is he still good now? And that's what I wanted to do once again in the video. Let's go ahead and break it down. This guy over here, Raku, $85,000. Can you really place this guy in story mode without a farm unit? I don't think so. You even have Aaron Yeager here at, what is that, upgrade 8, $37,000, and you have 66,000 damage. Now, before the video even started, F- already went through the entire unit list for this wiki page. And once again, that's why I said, I'm not saying don't trust the Trello, but it might pay to do your own research instead. That's what I used to do back in the day. That's how I made the leaderboards. Here is Sukuna, 217,000 poison damage. But once again, poison effect doesn't stack. So is he that good, guys? Is he the next best story mode unit after Cooler 7-star? People say that he is. People say that Soundo Sonic is. Uryu still is. But I think there's even better. And taking a look at everything here, I came to the conclusion that Golden Frieza would actually be the next best story mode meta unit besides Cooler. If we go to Golden Frieza here, apparently he got a massive buff and he has a electric enchant now. It wasn't like that when I still played All-Star Tower Defense. And we can actually scroll down here, we can take a look at it. If you scroll all the way down, he does cost $23,000, but if you put him at 175 with buff and then you put the orb on him, so let's say you have Brooks 6-star, right, $500, then you buff him out, you get $20,000. Look at that, he's doing 700,000 damage every 7 seconds. Now maybe there are units that do more damage than Golden Frieza. However, the best thing about Golden Frieza, guys, is that he can hit air units. Sukuna cannot hit air units. But depending on which raid mode that you do, I would say overall, the #1 best story mode meta unit would be Golden Frieza. And that's what I wanted to do for the video. Let's go equip him. Let's put him to the test. Let's go try him out. Because there's actually a unit I'm trying to get right now, and that's Kira Yoshikage 6-star. So in order to go ahead and get him, we got to defeat the bizarre raid mode. But before I do that, let's do raid 2 extreme mode, because I'm actually trying to get the orb for Annie. Annie, I've also determined that Annie over here is great for story mode. She has like the best price to power ratio in the game. She apparently can do like 700,000 damage. Same thing as like Golden Frieza here. Like she costs like half the price, maybe 1/3 the price of Frieza. She can't hit air units, but apparently that's how it is. So that's why I'm getting the orb for her. I guess I'll do a different video on that. For right now, Golden Frieza, I think he's good to go. Let's just go ahead and feed him as much as we can so we do extra damage for Raid 2 Extreme. Now, you guys probably already beat Raid 2 Extreme, but once again, if you're watching this video, you're probably a brand new player like myself. You're not that good at the game. F- is not that good in the game anymore. That was the whole point of doing this. I wanted to see what exactly we could bring into Raid 2, Raid 1, Raid 3, whatever raid you're doing in World 2. If you don't have Cooler, who is the next best step up? And I really do think it's going to be Golden Supreme Leader over here. Now, maybe F- is wrong. However, I did take a look at the stats, and like I said, F- is more of an analytical person when it comes to All-Star Tower Defense. We start adding up all the math. So, you know, to go ahead and defeat this raid mode, we're going to need to take a buff with us. And I think the best thing to do with this is probably take Brook 6-star. He can auto buff our Golden Frieza, and we're going to do way more damage. Best part about this dude, if I take the cost orb on him, he's like $400, and that's just going to be great. Frieza over here, it says units in the final bosses category gain a 15% attack boost. What I don't know is if this unit, whoever's in the leader slot, does he also gain the attack boost? Let me know in the comments down below. Basically what I'm trying to say is, if I put Golden Frieza in the leader slot and it says 15% attack boost, does it apply to itself? You guys might be like, yes it does, or maybe you're like, no it doesn't, F-. So just in case, I'm gonna find another unit with a final boss, I guess, like effect, and then we'll take Golden Frieza with us. We'll do 15% extra damage. I think that's gonna help us out a lot when we're trying to do this mode. There it is, final bosses. If I just find any unit with a final boss, I should be able to do 15% more attack. And here is a really good example. Black Stash Time Skip, 15% attack boost. And I guess you could take a Zamasu over here. Here's Funny Valentine. I guess he would be pretty solid as well. I think the only one that might give the boost is going to be Blackbeard 6-star though. Looks like this one's the Godly category. This one's the Time Avox. So Black Stash here, final bosses category, 15%. I think that's okay. I don't have the orb for him yet. I haven't done boss rush, so I'm just letting you know that right now. But as soon as I take Blackbeard, now I can take Golden Frieza. Now we're getting another 15% attack boost. I'll take Golden Orb on that guy. Maybe I'm not going to use Blackbeard 6-star for this, because to slow the air units, probably better to use Ichigo Dark, but I don't even know if I have enough money for Ichigo Dark. So why don't we just go ahead and take a farm unit as well. It's gonna be our best farm unit, guys. I think it's gonna be Speedwagon. So let's go ahead and take them, and let's farm with Speedwagon. So here it is. We're gonna take Speedwagon for that farm. I guess technically you could put the cost orb on Speedwagon. I think there's actually another cost orb that reduces the price or something like that. I just don't have it with me because, like I said, I just came back to the game, guys. But I think these 4 units would be perfect for story mode. Maybe once again you could take a slow effect, or maybe I can get somebody else do this extreme. Yes, please come with me. So we got Buggy the Clown over here. Apparently he's gonna help us out, but that's gonna be our loadout. Main attack is gonna be Golden Frieza, and for the buff we have Brook, and if needed I guess I can go ahead and take like Ichigo Dark for the slow effect. Usually you would take Blackbeard, but I do not have Blackbeard. So those 5 units, and I think we're gonna be good to go. Shout out to this guy, Flush to buy you for playing with F-, but we're just gonna see if Golden Frieza can handle Raid 2 Extreme on auto skip. Once again, I haven't played this in a long time, so maybe you guys already know, yeah, you can definitely do it. Well, I don't know. I did it before the video started and I was not able to. So maybe with the leader category, maybe with some help with our friend over here with the Uryu. Once again, Uryu, his damage is like way too low, which is why I said Golden Frieza might be a little bit better, but there's only one way to find out. Let's see if we can defeat this mode. If we can defeat Raid 2 Extreme, we can defeat the raids in World 2. Maybe not solo, but it's gonna be the next best thing besides Cooler 7-star. Alright, the game has started. We already selected Extreme Mode. So, I need a little bit of cash in order to farm. We're gonna turn on 2x speed. The whole point of doing this, once again, is to auto-skip the waves. Anybody could definitely beat any kind of raid mode, like the new Shadow Raid. You could beat anything, Raid 1, 2, 3, any of the raids in World 2. But can you beat it if you auto-skip? And the answer is more than likely no, and probably not. I know Shadow Raid, you cannot auto-skip every single wave. So that's the whole point of doing this. Is Golden Frieza going to be able to help us do that? Is Golden Frieza the #1 unit for free-to-play players that cannot get cooler and stuff? And you can see that it's extreme mode because these blimps have 9,000 HP. Now normally we would be doing this solo, and even this guy, he says I don't have Freezer, by the way, or I guess like Cooler, Frieza, whoever you want to say that it is. All the money that I have, I guess we're just gonna keep it, and I'll place Frieza down right about here for the enemies coming in. So Frieza right now is doing 9,190 damage. Damn, he's getting that 15% boost. And I guess we can go ahead and start putting, I guess we could put another Frieza down. I think we could, or we can go ahead and upgrade him. I'm not really sure what to do. Maybe I'll just go ahead and upgrade him. Look at that. He's already doing 21,000 damage. And if I just get $20,000, he'll do almost 1 million damage at 175 with that max Brook buff. Brook buff already does like max damage and stuff, but I do have to place him down still. So I guess we can go ahead and start buffing. I'll put 1 Brook there and I'll auto activate his skill. I actually didn't know this. If you want to, I guess, like auto buff with Brook, you can't just like auto activate his skill. You have to wait until the first skill runs out and then you auto activate the second one. That's how you continuously do it. So if you're a returning player like myself, F- has just taught you guys how to auto buff. So I'm just gonna turn it on now. Look at that. He's doing 25,000 damage, or maybe I actually do have to max out a Brook over here for more damage. But I think for right now we're doing pretty solid. I can just put all of my money into this Speedwagon farm unit. Looks like my friend here with Uryu. Yeah, Uryu's doing 15,000 every 3 seconds, but Uryu's gonna cap out pretty fast. Even if you do use Uryu, let's just say you're doing like Raid 3 Extreme. Maybe you're doing like some of the raids in World 2. Uryu's gonna cap out because he doesn't do enough damage, and that's why I said Golden Frieza does way more damage. His SPA is slower, but I think his range is much, much larger as well, and he has a fatter AoE. So I guess right now we're doing okay. We can just keep putting all of our money into Speedwagon. I'm not gonna farm anymore though, some of these enemies are starting to get closer, guys. They're bypassing. We don't have that slow effect. So Frieza over here, I'm just gonna put all my money into him. Look at that. He's doing 52,000 damage, guys. 52,000, and I can almost get him to the next upgrade. Let's go and get into the next upgrade. 88,000 damage. What's this guy's Uryu doing? 15,000. Yeah, he could upgrade it more, but once again, even if he did, Uryu at the max upgraded, I don't even think he does 3 SPA. It's a little bit higher, so it's like even money. Look at that. Frieza doing 100,000 damage. Oh my gosh, and we can still upgrade him. Now he's doing 228,000 damage, and the final upgrade he should get like an additional like 100, maybe 200,000 damage. And that's the power of Golden Frieza, and that's why I think if you guys do not have Cooler 7-star, you're doing like any of the new raid modes, maybe even Shadow Raid, then maybe Golden Frieza 7-star with the orb is your next bet. Look at that, 290. I'm not exactly sure how his buff works. I thought you just place him down, but it looks like he's not really getting the full stacked buff. Look at that, 373,000 damage now. So I guess the more upgrades, the more damage. Not exactly sure. What I do know is that we are on wave 12, and if I defeat this raid mode, you might be able to get that Annie orb or whatever, and that's gonna help us out a lot because I did check it out before the video started. Apparently Annie with the orb, it's like the best price point ratio, so that would be like the next best story mode meta unit, even though it's not on the Trello, because it's really cheap and it does the most amount of damage. You do like dollar for dollar and stuff. There's Frieza, 380,000 damage. I guess we can just go ahead and grab this Brook over here. We'll put all the money inside of Brook. Hopefully we can start buffing this out. 385. I feel like Frieza should be doing like 500,000, maybe 400,000. But it could just be that it's only level 117, or maybe Brook buff. I just got to keep buffing it and stuff. So far I think we're doing pretty decent though. I think we're just gonna go ahead and let this run. I guess we got all these blimps here, 400,000 damage. Even with all his Uryus, I guess they're only doing like 30k damage every 30 seconds, which is great. But if we need extra damage, that's where our Golden Frieza comes in. You guys did not see that. We definitely did not lose, and I definitely did not have to restart this. But I moved all my units to the very front over here. Now we have no trouble. We're also auto-skipping on 2x, so it is a little bit faster, but our Golden Frieza is doing 519,000 damage. Looks a little bit more right. We just got to get him to 175, and once again, I think this is actually might be like a really good setup. We have a bunch of Uryus here. Once again, Golden Frieza has that electrical like enchant, so for World 2 he's perfect, and you guys probably already knew that. It was just which is the best unit. Why try to get Sukuna? Why try to get all these other units when you can just get Golden Frieza? It takes less time, less effort, so you know which is the absolute best one. It looks like the boss spawned out. I did place Ichigo Dark down. Definitely need to do that for Raid 2 Extreme, otherwise these enemies move way too fast. Now that the enemy has been slowed, I think we're gonna be good to go, and we should be able to kill this Colossal Titan very fast. It does have 11 million. Once again, Golden Frieza is doing almost 1 million damage per hit, so it's only gonna take a couple hits, one to get into range. You guys can see Uryu's over here. This one's maxed out, 184,000 damage, but 5 SPA. Look at Golden Frieza, 519. This is a level 175 Uryu, so hopefully we get lucky, we get the Annie orb. But if we don't get the Annie orb, that is okay. We did complete this raid mode. Let's go see Hammer Giant. It doesn't look like we got it, but that's alright, guys. Hopefully this video was entertaining enough and helpful enough. Shout out to you, Flush by You. Thank you for playing. Really do appreciate your guys' support. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.